You can break a 10 and still have a fantastic meal.
It fell short.
It fell short? How did it fall short?
Give me one of those and we'll see what happens.
This is a sassy place.
I feel like I might have went to a different restaurant.
I want a plate of food in front of me, not art.
You're being a little too critical.
I can't rave about it enough.
I was just drizzling those beans over everything, just mashing it all together.
It's big, it's bold, it's fiesta and fresh.
And I guarantee you'll go back forever.
Hi, I'm Alpina Singh, and welcome to Check Please, the show of regular people from all over Chicago recommend and review their favorite restaurants. So this is how the show works. Every week we have 3 guests. Each recommends his or her favorite spot, and the other 2 go to check them out to see what they think. This week, violinist Elizabeth Lindau says her pick never plays second fiddle. It's a Far East experience without leaving Chicago. Elizabeth Lindau knows there are plenty of places for Japanese, Korean, and Chinese cuisine in the city, but when she craves sushi, dim sum, and then some, there's only one place she'll go. It's an Asian superstore where you can shop while you eat, and it's called the Mitsuwa Marketplace.
Mitsuwa Marketplace is basically it's a mall of Japan where we have mainly the grocery store, and as you can see, the food court. We also have a bookstore, a travel agency, video store, a pastry shop. You can basically get anything you need to experience Japan. When we started out, we actually had people from Japan coming over to train and actually come up with a recipe that you can actually taste in Japan. So we brought the taste from Japan directly to here. Anything you eat here in the food court, you can basically go out and buy at the grocery section. Weekdays, the lunchtime is very busy. We have a lot of people coming from the office, just grab the food real quick and get done. The weekends, it gets very busy from people from out of state. Everybody just comes here, even Japanese, Korean, Chinese, American people, and they have a wonderful experience here.
So Elizabeth, you're telling us that Mitsuwa is truly unique. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, I think Mitsuwa is a great place to get Asian cuisine because you do get the chance to have a bunch of different types of food. There's Korean, mainly Japanese, but also curries and noodle soups, and it's a good place for someone who's real adventurous because there's plenty of crazy things that you can try, but it's also a good introduction for people who aren't quite so comfortable because there's also like plenty of, pretty tame noodle, chicken-based soups that wouldn't scare somebody who isn't quite so adventurous. And I think more than just being a place to go eat, it's also an experience to kind of, check out the marketplace. There's a bakery and you can get, unique flavors of ice cream and, a liquor store if you're looking for some unique beverages, and a travel agency if you're looking to plan a trip. So it's a huge, it's more than just a restaurant. It's a whole experience to go check out.
Speaking of the travel agency, Frank, you said it was like taking a trip. How was your experience?
It was wonderful. We had mixed results though with the food court. Some of the food was very, very good. The beef broth with Heian noodles was excellent, but some of the soup was inedible.
Now, there's different outlets. You have the Chinese, the Japanese, the Korean.
And we tried a little bit of the Korean, we tried a little bit of the dim sum, but we had the tempura with rice, and it was just soggy, and you'd hold it up, it kind of falls over like a rubber band. And that's just not the way it's supposed to be. I thought that the shopping experience was outstanding. It was like going to the Orient without having to have a passport. It had a little bit of that lost in translation feeling because, a lot of the writing was in Japanese. There's a great little fish bar in front where you could just kind of choose your own fish cakes, or even a sushi place. So my recommendation would be just buy the boxes of sushi and then go over to the food court.
I actually agree with Frank quite a bit on that one. I took my friend Kitty, and we came with really empty stomachs, and we decided to do, one Korean dish, one Japanese dish, one Chinese dish. Each met with varying success. We got the bibimbap, which I had never heard of before, but it's apparently a very traditional, Korean dish. From the Chinese, we got a roast duck with steamed rice and really, really good dumplings, shrimp and scallop dumplings. And then finally from the Japanese side of it all, we did the shrimp curry udon, which was delish. I loved the retail side of it all. I'm not a crazy, Asian chef. I'm not, that adventurous, but I imagine, if that's your thing, this is absolutely a destination place, a go-to place for just crazy ingredients.
I mean, I think the size of it is something that I like, because I've been to other, other food markets from different cuisines, and very often it's just like a little tiny store that's on a corner, where this is like a huge place. It's a huge selection of from anything to like toiletries to to the high-end beef. It's like it's anything you could want.
You could get sushi grade fish in the store, and if I were to get that in my local fish market, I would have to buy a whole tenderloin of tuna.
Well, that's why I go, is for the sushi, because I think the sushi is pretty fantastic. I mean, because you're saying they have all that fish there, and I'm sure it's the fish that's being used in the sushi. And, I mean, for a low price, you get a pretty nice portion of sushi with fish that looks and tastes fantastic. So the sushi is always the highlight for me. And then I always like pick and choose some other things that I want to try. And I like the drink section as well. There's lots of crazy beverages. And so that's pretty fun to pick something unique to try in there as well.
Describe us the process. Like you walk up to the kiosk, you order.
It's a little confusing actually, because the sushi is outside of where the grocery store, but you have to pay for the sushi in the grocery. So it's a little bit hard to figure out where you're supposed to go. So there is the sushi that you can purchase outside the grocery, and then the drinks inside. You'd all check out, and then you can get your stuff from all the little stalls as well.
So Elizabeth, you were talking about the drinks. What did you enjoy?
My favorite is the milk tea, which is like a chilled. It's kind of it's like a chai, but not quite so creamy and not quite so. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's
we
my
got
favorite.
that. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's really good.
It's very good.
I got a brilliant mango smoothie with black pearl, so the big, balls of tapioca. It was delicious,
So Elizabeth, who would you take to a place like Matsuo Marketplace?
I'd probably take someone who's up for a little bit of adventure. This certainly isn't somewhere you're going for your romantic meal or for your upscale dinner, but if you want to try a little something different, if you want, especially for people who enjoy sharing lots of different things, that's the kind of person I would take.
Well, it certainly solves the problem of shopping on an empty stomach.
That's true.
All right, Elizabeth, this was your selection. Give us a summary.
Matsuo Marketplace is a great place to try all different kinds of Asian cuisine in one place, and also do a little bit of fun retail shopping as well.
All right, Frank?
I think the real treasure is the shopping. Got wonderful choices and selections, and you can spend hours in there just trying to go through all the opportunities to spend money.
All right, Hannah.
Yeah, the retail side was definitely worth the trip. I'm not sure that the food court of it all would be a real destination spot, but I really enjoyed myself there.
Well, you can get your bento boxes and more at Matsuo Marketplace, 100 East Algonquin Road in Arlington Heights, 847-956-6699. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. Reservations are not accepted, and the food court is cash only, and the average tab per person is $10. Well, we've had just a wonderful time this week, and I want to thank my guests, Diana Hammond, Elizabeth Lindau, and Frank Creamer. Join us next week for 3 new guests recommending 3 of their favorite restaurants right here on Check Please. I'm Alpina Singh, and I'll see you then.
Cheers.